Okay, hello and welcome everyone. I'm about a minute early. Wanted to make sure that we got on okay. So, happy Tuesday. We're bringing Tarot Tuesday back. I had a big epiphany in my business, in my life just recently. I'll briefly share before we get into this while people join. But over the whole COVID homestay, I got really intrigued with. I don't wanna knock holes in it. I got really intrigued with online business, and I started to master it, and I learned all kinds of cool, tips and tricks from all kinds of really, really smart people out there that are killing it online, and I got seduced. I got wrangled in, and I started to spend so much of my time, energy, and money on learning how to do what the cool kids are doing, and I lost track of my heart. And well, not all of it. I still saw clients and whatnot, but not to the degree that I usually do or have in the past. So I was sitting and giving myself a tarot card reading the other day in my bed, and I thought, I love doing this. This is all I want to do. I'm exhausted by all the marketing stuff. I'm exhausted by the funnels, the sales funnels, the lead pages, the this and the that. Oh my gosh, it's never ending, and you can really just end up chasing your tail. And I thought, okay, let's just get back to basics. I love doing readings. I love connecting with my clients. I love being of service. I love helping. I love the tarot. Everybody knows that. I love the tarot. And so I'm just taking a step back, and I'm getting back in my groove, and I'm just doing readings, and I'm just showing up to be of service and to be helpful and to, shed a little light in the places that need some light. And boy, do we need the light these days. And so I'm just stepping back into my place of service that I had, I would say, mini amnesia about, not completely, but a little bit. And as a result, I reduced my rates back to the original rates that I had when I very first started this venture into readings in Long Beach back in 2010. So I'm just going back to basics. I want to meet more people, reach more people, help more people, do more readings, and do my work. And as I do my work, it allows other people to step into their light. And that's what this is all about. So thanks for being here. Hey, Janet, I see you. Thanks for your inspiration. You were part of my process. Little do you guys know how much of an impact you have behind the scenes of my life when I'm not in your presence. But man, you guys are amazing and dropping seeds and reminding me of why I'm here and what this is really all about. So I bless all the online marketers who are out there killing it. Good for you guys. And it doesn't mean I'm going to stop. I do like some of the creativity, but not to the extent where, it's everything. It's a little too consuming. So this is where I'm at. This is where my heart's at. Um, so feel free to chat your questions in the box. So I'm going to have to make sure that I look and keep up on those things. And hi, Cynthia. And yesterday I sent an email and I posted and I said, hey, send me your questions beforehand if you can. So that way I don't have to scroll through this, because sometimes it can just get really fast and it's a little distracting. So I did get some questions from some people prior to this. So I'm going to go ahead and start with those and then open it up for anybody else who would like a tarot reading. And so just basically, first off, I have to say the tarot is the bomb. I love, love, love tarot. That's how I started my whole journey in giving readings. I felt like I needed kind of a training wheels, so to speak, just to focus me and get my energy, or start the conversations and whatnot. And the more I know tarot, the more I just absolutely love it, because it really does speak to our humanity at large. I call it Shakespeare in a box. The tarot speaks to the good, the bad, the ugly. And I'm talking about the original tarot, not the souped up sweet versions that a lot of people are making these days, which are nice, but hey, we have good, bad, and ugly, and we need to explore all of it. Otherwise, I think we're not doing ourselves a complete service, right? So, yes, Shakespeare in a box, it speaks to every aspect, and magically the perfect cards show up for the perfect circumstances and situations. It's just uncanny how that happens, right? And so there's that magical little piece of it that I can't deny. And then there's the huge psychology part that I completely relate to. And so combining those two things together, it makes it such a powerful spiritual tool. And I like to say, being forewarned is being forearmed. And so when we can know the energy and the energetic imprint or the energetic momentum that something is creating, we can, because we have free will, go in there and shift it up, shift the energy. We can redirect it. We are the only creatures on the planet with free will. Think about that. That's pretty amazing. So we can create, we can pivot, we can stop, we can completely turn course. And we can say no to our gifts. We can say yes to our gifts. I mean, we're unlimited in that regard. So, yes, pretty good stuff. I don't believe in predestination. I was raised with that whole idea, being raised Catholic. I do believe that there is a core that is very unique to each of us and why we're here and what those gifts are, and to be of service with those gifts. But I think the venue, the house, and all those things are very variable. We can change them up. So nothing is set in stone. And so when you get a reading from me, for example, and you don't like what you're seeing, I'm here to say, don't let that instill fear in you. Let that inspire you to shift gears, to ask more questions. I'm the question girl. I know that we live in a responsive universe. The universe is always, always 100% responding to us. And so when we ask good questions, we get good answers. And so if we see something that comes up in our reading that we don't like, we can ask the next question. Well, how can I improve that? How can I change that? What is the lesson here for me? There is so much to unpack when we're doing the process of self-exploration and self-discovery, especially with the tarot. So let's go ahead and get into this. And I'm going to go ahead and start. And with the questions that people have already sent in, and I might just go back and forth. I already see another question come in from Christina. Hi, Christina. So let's go ahead and go. And I use the traditional Rider Waite tarot, swear by it. I get very attached to my cards. And so you can see these are a little on the beat up side. It's time for a new deck, but man, it's so hard for me to part with them. But I will. This is like my second deck in 10 years. And just because you form these attachments to them. And so what I'm going to do is just shuffle through and then kind of clear the energy between each reading. Everybody's going to have their own ways of doing this. And if you don't already have tarot cards, I recommend that you get some. They are just super great for learning about yourself and insight and gathering info about other people and energy around you. Okay, so here come the questions. Let me start with, maybe I'll end with that one. I wanted to do a general reading for the week. I will wait on that one. But Emily asked me, she sent me an email, and she said, I want to know what's in store for the next several months in terms of my marriage with Mike. Okay, so let me digest that. I want to know what's in store for me in the next several months in terms with my marriage with Mike. And then anything else that stands out for you job-wise. So there's a couple questions in there for that. So let's tap into the energy of Emily and her marriage with Mike, and let's look into the next several months. So let's pick 6 for several. So I'll go out 6 months. I like to put frameworks around the questions so that they're not so big and vague, so that we have something that we can sink our teeth into, right? Okay, so Emily and Mike and marriage. And I'm going to pull 2 cards, 3 cards. What's now, like what's current, what's next in the next 3 months, and then in the next 6. Okay, so here we go. And I'm just going to do this randomly. So what's now is that. What's next in the next 3 months, and then in the next 6 months. So there's card number 3. Okay, interesting. All right. So what's happening now currently is the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is all about rules. Or the Emperor. The Emperor, sorry about that. The Emperor is all about rules, being the daddy figure, being non-emotional, non-attached, just the facts, please. Kind of like being a reporter and being an observer of the situation. Hi, and someday. So keep your questions coming in. If they scroll up or I miss them, you'll copy and paste them again later. So with regards to Emily and her marriage, it feels to me like there's some seriousness going on here, and it's just really time to look at things and to be stable and to measure things and to be steadfast. Like, what are the facts, what's going on, and feeling, actually could be feeling very stable as well. So let me look at this and let me feel you. Yeah, so there's a seriousness going on here that feels stable but serious. Okay, so Emily, when you get this reading and when you're tapping into this, feel what that feels for you as well. Like, what does the Emperor represent for you? It feels like somebody's being the boss and too bossy. All right, so let's check that out. And then in the next 3 months, what's going to happen in your marriage is this clarity, this mental clarity, the Ace of Wands. So the aces always represent like the new beginning, the spark. There's the hand of God saying, here you go, you asked for it. That's the responsive universe saying, you wanted clarity, here's your clarity, here's your facts. So in 3 months' time, you're going to be given a lot of evidence. So look for the signs, look for the clues, look for the evidence that you're wanting, clarification to know, I guess, which direction you're going to be going into, or what's coming down the pike for you. So there's going to be some clearing up and aha moments. So whenever I see the Ace of Swords, I do think of the aha, oh, that's it, and it's clear. And then when the clarity comes, then it's time to act. Like, before the clarity comes, I don't move my feet. I don't make any hard decisions, because there's stuff being revealed, but we don't have all the information yet. And so when the clarity comes and you get that feeling of that internal knowing, then you're compelled to move. You're compelled to make decisions. Typically, you always have the choice if you're going to or not. But that clarity is going to come for you. Okay. And the last card is the Death card for you. So I don't know necessarily if this means the end of your marriage, but I do know that it means the end of something is coming. Definitely the end of something. I'd love to give you a more in-depth reading. This is getting really personal, so I'm going to kind of cut out here now. But you can know that in 6 months' time, something is coming to an end. And in order for anything new to happen and to transpire, we need to have endings. I mean, endings are necessary for new beginnings, right? So keep your eyes open for that, and just be on the lookout that the way things are now is temporary. And in 6 months' time, you're going to have some big change. In 3 months' time, you're going to have some really good clarity about it, and that's going to feel better. So that's that. Hope that was helpful. And then I'm going to pull one card real quick about your work, job, future with regards to work. And what I got is the Nine of Swords, which means you're stressing about this. And so whenever we're in that stressed place, I call this the nightmare card. The swords just represent your thoughts and fears. It's, we can change those, we can transmute those. But sometimes, they are so powerful that they keep us immobilized, and they create the momentum and the direction of the things that we're manifesting into our lives, for sure. So when I see something like this, I say, okay, Emily, start meditating, let's clear some of this up so that we don't attract more of it to ourselves. Because what this is showing me is that you're very focused on the what is, you're very focused on the present moment. And it's time for you to tap into that fun place, that imagination of yours, that Disneyland of imagination, where you can dream about all the different things that you want and the jobs that you want and the careers, and you can try them all on, and it's free, and you can throw them out, you can swap it, you can try something else on. This is the dress rehearsal place for all of us. And it's way more productive and way more fun to stay in that place than to be in total fear and being immobilized about the future and not knowing what it is. So use your brain, use your time, use your mind, use your imagination and all those upper chakras to your advantage by dreaming about what you want, So it's like, yeah, I can see what is, but well, that's boring. Let's move on to what I want and start manifesting that into your life. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful for you, Emily. Drop me a line and let me know what you have to say about that. And then I'm going to hop on here and see. Gosh, a lot of people hopped on. I see Felix. Hello, everybody. Okay, so Christina asked me, hi, I'd like to ask what to do the next 3 months. What do the next 3 months look like between Ivan and me? Good old relationships questions. Those never go out of style, right? Okay, so Christina and Ivan. I'm going to do something a little fun here, and I'm going to pull 2 cards. One that represents Christina and one that represents Ivan. Let's tap into their motives, their desires. Like what's the energy of each of them individually with regards to their feelings and thoughts about this relationship. Okay. This is what I do in that imagination. That's how I do my readings, in my clairvoyant readings in my head. I'll pull up my screen and I'll put one in one corner and one in the other corner, or have a split screen, and then I'll look at both of them. So I'm kind of doing all of that while I'm pulling the cards too. It's really hard to separate. But I'm going to match that with tarot cards. Okay, so Christina and Ivan, Christina and Ivan, Christina and Ivan. This one's Christina. And this one is Ivan. Okay. Let's see what comes up. Oh, well, Christina, you're going to like this. So, Christina, I have the quintessential, the Lover's card, it's self-explanatory. So the next 3 months, we have connection happening. We have a soul union happening. A lot of people ask me, is this person my soulmate? I'm saying if a person is in your face, they're your soulmate. And we have many of them. And my definition of a soulmate are people who come into our lives to teach us how to love better, how to go deeper. Does it mean we're going to stay with them forever? Not necessarily, according to my definition. But this soulmate of yours, this Ivan, is definitely somebody that is expanding you right now. So enjoy the ride in more ways than one. Oh, We're rated PG-13 today. Okay, so his card for Ivan I pulled is the Sun. The Sun is actually one of my favorite cards in the tarot. The Sun speaks about unlimited possibilities, the sun shining down on you, just having fun, being in that place like you were when you were 5, where magic happens and anything is possible. I encourage my clients all the time to let's get back here. We don't, and it's not far, it's just right here. If we can just remember and recall that magical kind of thinking that we used to have, it really serves us. It serves us big time, especially with all of the noise and the activity and the pain and the struggles and the challenges that are going on around us right now. And so when we can look less at what is and more into our own potential and our own possibility and bring the light, like this card, then, hey, life really cranks up and you're raising your frequency, you're collaborating with the well-being of the universe, and I do swear by this. I know that there is the natural dominant vibration of the universe is well-being. It is. You take out the people and it's perfect. You put the people in and we got all that free will and we got all that creativity and all that stuff that creates all of these different kinds of vibes and shifts and somewhat craziness. Then it shifts things up. But there's no mistake that the well-being is the soup of the day, always is, always has been, always will be, right? And so when we tap into that and get into the flow, life is good. So, hey, looks like fun there, Christina. Enjoy your relationship. I'd love to see how this evolves for you beyond the 3 months, right? Okay, so let's see, more questions. Cynthia, do you see any change for me financially? I am a widow trying to get by on my own. Yes, Cynthia, I talked to you, I remember briefly when your husband passed. Yeah, gosh. So I know that this has been a big shift for you. So let me look at your finances. And let's see what's going on in your financial world. At least, current. Well, let's go. You already know what's going on right now. So let's look into the next few months or so with Cynthia. Okay. Cynthia, I don't want that one. I want this one. Okay, Cynthia, we have the Knight of Cups for you. So the Knight of Cups talks about some action happening there and things moving towards you. So I'm not putting my finger on exactly what that is, but it looks like there's going to be an offer for you. And the cups usually represent relationships and whatnot. So I'm believing that the money or the financial gifts will come from people that not necessarily a job. So stay on the lookout for that, and just know that the income streams we really limit ourselves with regards to the rules on where our money comes from. We talk about income as being one source, and I'm saying take the lid off that pot and look to the source of all things, the source, God, the universe, that stream of well-being, divine intelligence, Holy Spirit, Great Spirit, whatever term you have that describes the perfection and the well-being, the abundance, the prosperity of the planet, which is so available to all of us, then we can look to that for our source of income. And whenever we feel a lack or a limitation in any part of our lives, but especially it's easy to do this with the financial part because it's so measurable and so tangible and easy to keep score, right? If you feel a pinch or a financial pinch, go buy something, go pay it forward, vote with your dollars, give something away, just give. And whenever we're in that place, we're igniting the law of reciprocity, the law of give and take, right? So, but we have to start the party. When we start the party and we say yes and we're giving, then the universe matches us and then pretty much takes over, and then they give us more than we can ever imagine. And that's some stuff that you will find in religious textbooks. You'll see that everywhere in the form of tithing, in the form of giving and receiving. So we open it up, and yeah, it's on its way. And I feel like it's coming to you through family or friends. Like it's personal. It's personal. So stay on the lookout for that. All right. Ansem Day asks, can I ask a description of training course I should take? I can get the best score and will give me work with abundance in the future after getting its certificate. Can I ask a description of training course I should take? I can get that. I'm not real clear on what you're asking there. So, but the hit that I get with response to the question that I don't quite understand is only take courses that you love, because man, there's so many out there that are just worded so beautifully and crafted so beautifully and make all kinds of promises. So really tap into your heart and your gifts and what you're here to give. And if it's something that opens up your heart space and you feel a yes about it, then do that, right? And there's so many distractions out there. I have been guilty. I've fallen into a lot of those places in the online marketing world, especially. It's huge and vast. It's like a big abyss. So just be in tune with who you are and what you want to give, and not focus so much on what's going to be the most profitable. What's going to be most profitable is the thing that you shine at. What's going to be most profitable is when, excuse me, you are tapped into your gifts. So only take the courses that match your gifts. Don't recreate the wheel. You already know. And so I would ask you to just do a heart test and say, if I knew what my gifts were and what I want to, how I want to show up and how I want to serve people out there and then get paid for it, what would it be? And then wait for the answer to come back for you. Okay. So don't look with your eyes, look with your heart on this one. All right. Okay. So Blue Butterfly says, good afternoon. Currently pregnant with triplet boys and curious what my boyfriend's thoughts and intentions are now. Wow, Blue Butterfly. So you are busy. Good for you. Your body's just like, whoo, doing it, right? We got triplets. All right. So I want to pull a card for you and what your boyfriend's thoughts and intentions are. Okay, so blue butterfly, blue butterfly, blue butterfly. It's a beautiful name. Okay, here we go. So for you, I want to just ask a general question about your well-being and momhood. And then I want to tap into your question about him. Drawn to the cards. Okay. Alrighty. So with you, funny here. Okay. So we have the Two of Wands. So here you are perched from the balcony of your own home. and you're looking out with the globe in your hand and looking out in the world and going, okay, what's next? What am I here to do? What's out there for me? But you're doing it from the safety of your home, right? So there's no urgency. There's no, maybe you're thinking about moving. You're really thinking a lot about your future, basically, and to all of the opportunities that are here for you and your 3 children. So I would say, continue to be in that place. It's a good place to be. It's a fun place to be. And bring in some of that sun energy about the limitless opportunities and look at things as gifts. It's like, wow, you know what? That's a good problem to have, that I have so many options. I could do this, I could do that. But I'm feeling that stay in the sanctity of your home now until you feel that aha, until you get that clarity, until you feel that Ace of Swords, before making any moves, because all of your needs are met right now. Everything is in a healthy place for you right now. Okay, so it's that whole one foot in the present, leaning into the future. I think that's a healthy stance. I don't think we ever really need to be in the past much. Sometimes, but not very often. And but definitely in the present, leaning into the future, because that's fun. We're creating our future all the time, right? Now, as far as your boyfriend's thoughts and intentions go, I have the Fool, and the Fool card speaks about it's the first card in the tarot deck, and it's the beginning card of any hero's journey or fool's journey. And so I call it the hero's journey, but it's the stepping out phase of, whoop, here we go, a new adventure. Whoop, here it is. And having that lightness about, I don't know what the heck's going on. I don't know what direction I'm going, but I'm going in that direction, right? And so again, there's a lot of sun, solar energy, solar plexus energy in this card. There's a lot of personal power. There's a lot of adventure seeking going on here, and stepping into it, just stepping into it. Okay, don't know what's going on. And the Fool could be in the card, he's stepping off the cliff. It just goes to show it's not something to be afraid of. It's something that we all do when we're going into an unknown territory. We have no idea what's around the corner. We have no idea, but we do it anyway. We're stepping, right? And so I can say that he's got good energy, and he's stepping into his future, and he's stepping into all this kind of clueless, not knowing what to expect, but he's willing and he's stepping. All right. So I hope that was helpful for you. All right. Felix, general reading. I'll pull a card for you. Okay, we'll see what's going on for Felix right now. Okay, I dropped too many, otherwise I would call that your reading. Okay, so Felix, what's happening? What's the majority energy? And then I'm going to get back to my cards here, guys. I totally forgot about them. Felix, general energy. What do you need to know? What's the dominant energy going on in your world right now? If I had an hour, I'd give you a whole general reading, but I don't have the time. So I'll give you a snapshot of one aspect. Uh-oh. Looks like, Felix, you got some anxiety going on. Got the 9 of Swords again. So this came up already today. And what this speaks to is that mental energy of the rumination, the mental energy of kind of being stuck, and knowing that thoughts become things, thoughts are things, and they are very powerful, and they can dominate us. And without practice and training, they can really overrule us and give us a lot of anxiety and whatnot. So in my practice, I help and teach people how to be mindful, how to deal manage is a good word, how to manage this. We all are going to step into this from time to time, right? But when we have the tools and techniques to manage this, life just becomes much more graceful. So again, when I see this card, I know that you're focused too much on the present and the what is the negative that you're not exactly happy about. And what I say, part of this practice is notice the what is. I'm not about being in denial, but I'm all about shifting the energy and looking at and imagining what I want instead and being in that place. So it's like, well, this is, but what do I want? And that just shifts up the energy a lot. And it honors where you are as well. And it also honors your superconscious mind, your abilities to manifest, your abilities to create. It sends signals to your higher self and to the universe that, yes, this is my current situation, but there is nothing that I can't rise above. There's nothing that I can't change. There's nothing that I can't transform. That's the magic of being a human. We all have the same capabilities to transform pretty much anything. So come to peace with where you are in that discomfort, and then shift into a place of the what I want. Shift into a place of desire. Shift into a place of what you would rather experience. And as you're doing that, you're shifting your energy. You're becoming a different. You're changing your energetic frequency. Think of like a radio station. So if we're in the what is and the scary part, and we're letting fear rule, we are emitting a certain frequency that is, I call, lower. And then as a result, what broadcasts out, you are attracting more of it back to you. And so when I know this on a very it's just a very energetic, scientific kind of level. And this stuff is measurable. And places like the Heart Institute and Bruce Lipton and all these people, and Joe Dispenza, their whole lives are about measuring it and showing the proof that this stuff is real. And so when you can shift your frequency, your energetic frequency, and get it up by imagining and believing, because it's like when we're in that place, we are attracting better. We are raising the energy, and now we're attracting better back to us. So it's practice. It's practice, practice, practice. We get better and better at this until we hit the tipping point and it becomes a lifestyle. Okay, so your overall reading is let's practice those mindfulness tools and learn how to manage and redirect your thoughts so that you have better outcomes. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, Anne asked, can you offer any insights regarding my 2017 tax audit? That's a nice specific question. Okay. Can you offer any insights regarding my 2017 tax audit? I'm going to pull one card on that. One card for Anne on her 2017 tax audit. What's the dealio with the 2017 tax audit? All right. Haha. Okay. So we have the Page of Swords. So this tells me that it's getting cleared up. The pages are like the beginning stages. Some people call them the messengers. In this case, it feels like it could be a messenger, but the bigger part is that it's getting cleared up, and it feels like it's at the beginning stages of getting cleared up. Like it's been sitting there, well, obviously for a while, and here we go. We're starting to clear it up. So this makes me feel like there's nothing to worry about. It's it's getting cleared up. So hopefully you're not stressing about that. I would say, let me pull another card just to see what that clearing up really means. Okay. Another Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune always means it's clearing up in a good, positive direction. So you can just bless that one, mwah, kiss it, and say thank you. Good stuff. All right. Okay, so Rockstar asks, I love your guys' names. Hi. Do you see my boyfriend asking me to marry him this year or just continue to build on our connection? Okay, so is there marriage in this year? Well, if you know that you're just continuing to build on your connection, that's pretty good stuff, right? That's really good stuff. So let me see. Is marriage in the works for Rockstar this year, 2022? Focus, focus, focus. All right. The things I do. This is a yes card for me, for sure. So the Ace of Pentacles, there we go. Ask and it is given. So there's the hand of God going, here you go. The Pentacles typically mean health or money, but more than that, I don't necessarily just memorize the symbols and translate. I feel what the card looks like. What the yellow is a resounding yes color for me. The blue sky, the hand of God. It's like yes. So yeah, and then all the green and the success and all of that going on in this card. This is definitely one of the yes cards. So that's interesting too. So if you guys get your tarot cards, you will definitely know when you build a relationship with your cards, the difference between the yes cards and the no cards. They're black and white. And then there are some cards in there that are pretty gray. Then you just, pull another one until you get it. Okay. Janet asks, what does next year have in store for me? Okay. Another big, wide question. So I'm going to narrow it down to see what the universe wants to share with Jan, like the most dominant thing that this next year, we're talking about. Okay, so let's start the next year today. So the next 365 days from now. That's how I'm looking at it. So a little bit 2022, a little bit 2023. Good gravy. It's hard to imagine. Okay, so Jan, dominant energy for the coming year. Okay, I get the Hanged Man for you, Jan. So the Hanged Man is one of the major arcana cards. And as you notice, he's upside down and he's got this aura of light around his head. So this really speaks to like the practice of meditation. When I see this card, it's the hurry up and wait card, basically. So there's some stuff happening, but you just aren't going to have enough information, enough clarity to move on certain aspects, one way or the other. So I see this for you as like, okay, just stay put, wait for it, right? So there's going to be some vague situations happening in your life that just don't have the absolute, yes or the absolute no. So you're going to experience some gray periods, some gray times. And so nothing is going to be required of you, right? So it's kind of a cool place to be, actually. So you just get to sit and watch and wait and know that everything is working and that the answers are coming. The answers are here for you. Everything you need is there. It might just take a different perspective for you to gather the information. And definitely, the practice of meditation for me is one of the best ways that we can move into the knowingness of things so that we can clear things up. But it doesn't look like anything drastic is going on. It's just that hurry up and wait card. All right. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. This is fun. I haven't done this in a long time. I'm glad I'm doing this again. Okay, Whitney asks, good morning. May I please have a reading or a card? I would love to give you a card, Whitney, and see what that is meaning for you. So let's pull a card for Whitney. And basically, whenever I pull a card, I always have to have a question first, right? Otherwise, it's just I like to have a framework for things. So I'm going to ask, what does Whitney need to know? That's always a good card. Sometimes when I'm doing my own meditations, that's what I ask. It's like, okay, what do I need to know? I don't know. I don't even know what I need to ask yet. So what does Whitney need to know? What's her dominant situation that maybe requires her attention? Oh, okay, so I got finances. This is a good card. So with the Four of Pentacles, there you are sitting on your finances and you're being maybe a little holding on, a little frugal, balancing. Your money's on your mind and your mind's on your money, that whole thing. So I know that wherever our attention is, it's growing, whatever is the topic. So, and then the other part of this card says that it doesn't feel like fear, but it feels like a bit of a constriction, little bit of a constriction. And it's okay to, vote with your dollars and to pay it forward. So it feels like you're just growing your money and it feels good to me. It feels fine. So, but don't get caught up in the hoarding part of it or buy into any kind of fear. You're fine. All your needs are met is what this screams to me. Okay. So enjoy that and keep doing what you're doing with regards to your finances. Alrighty. I see Sarah. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Okay, let's see if I'm trying to catch up here. J Street. J Street. That's a cool name. Is new love coming my way soon? A new guy. Thank you. New love. J Street. You know what? I just get for you, before I even pull the cards, that it's so inevitable. It's just TikTok, how much time you got, right? So get out there. Yes. And I see dating. I see a lot of energy, but it feels like, once you get out there, it's going to be a no-brainer. There's going to be a tipping point. So, and I get June, and that's only like a month away. So go play, be with the sun. Now I'm going to pull a card. And yep. You got the success card. You have people, you have support, you got your spirit guides, you got your people guides. Giddy up and get out there and go play with your friends, basically, and muster up the energy. All right. Okay, so Blue Butterfly, thank you so much for the beautiful message. And yes, we are deeply in love and blessed. Yes, you are. I'll have what you're having. Thank you. That's so awesome. Thanks for sharing that energy with us too. That's really nice because it spills out on all of us, and that's pretty cool stuff to share. So excited. Thank you. You're welcome, Rockstar. Okay. Can I ask Christina, can I ask what will Ivan do and feel when we are finally reunited face to face? Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, he was the guy that was the Fool card, right? So I already know he's just gonna, okay, well, let me pull a card. He's like, I love his energy because it's like, I don't know, but I'm just willing to go forward and see, right? Not a lot of people have that kind of courage and that kind of enthusiasm, and most people are pretty much like, oh my God, they're on the other side of that, of fear. So I would expect good things from him. All right, so I get the Queen of Wands came for that, and what that feels like to me is like you're just gonna be his queen, you know. He's gonna be excited to grab the reins and to do the thing. Feels like he's got a lot of honor and a lot of integrity. So, um, I don't worry about that. Just take care of yourself on that. It's all good. Okay, Anne says, thank you for the reading. It was right on because we are meeting with a tax attorney on Friday. And thank you for pulling the second card, which told me I am putting out positive energy. Yes, yes, yes. You're very welcome. This stuff is so fun. Mel, hello, hello from Tasmania, Australia. Wow, nice. Renee, I would love a card. I would like to know if you will be buying it. I would like to know if you will be buying this home I am working on. I am not going to be buying the home. Let's see. Okay, but let's talk about the Renee, buying the home that you are working. So I guess you're asking if it's somebody else is going to be buying it or if you're going to be buying it. I would like to know if I will be buying the home I'm working on. I'm not real clear on the question, so I'm just going to pull a card and see what comes up. Okay, Renee says I meant me. Yeah, is she going to be buying the house that she's working on? I'm assuming you're a she. Oh, all of her pronouns. Oh my gosh, so much to monitor. Okay, not going to let that interfere. Okay, so let's look at house. Oh, got the success card again. I love this card. It's like, yep, you got this. This Six of Wands is just the ultimate success card. It's like, yep, well done. So it's full of symbols that speak to success. And then there's I'm marching or I'm in my parade and people are noticing and it's a time for celebration. And then you have all your supporters and helpers and family and people who love and support you to cheering you on there. So that's definitely yes card. I'd love for you guys to get back in touch with me and let me know how things transpire in more detail. Ritu, am I seeing that right? Ritu says, can you please do a reading for me? I will definitely pull a card for you and see what your dominant energy is for now and what you need to maybe be paying attention on, right? Uh-oh, looks like there's some big changes coming your way or you're in the midst of. So the Tower card is another one of the major arcanas. So and I mentioned that before and I didn't explain what I was talking about. So there are 78 cards and 22 of them are major cards. The hero's journey. They're the big life changes, the big things that are turning points. They're pivotal. They grow us, they expand us. And then the rest of the cards are more like daily maintenance kind of everyday stuff, right? So the Tower card really indicates that there's big changes happening for you and that the things that aren't serving you, the things that are getting in your way of your bigger vision for yourself or the bigger dream are going. They're gone. They're just everything's being tested. So anything that wasn't real and isn't established in truth or authenticity is just like bye-bye, so that we can get back down to the basics. Man, this is like my card, but seriously going on with me right now. It's a good card. It's it's just like all the bullshit is leaving the room. Yay! And then you're getting back to basics. You're getting back to who you are and what you're here to do. And it looks like a scary card and it could feel scary because it means change, but some people are very adaptable and go well with change while others don't. So that's going to be up to you, how that feels for you. But know that it's a necessary situation, kind of like a forest fire. Nobody likes a forest fire, but after the forest fire, the land is fertile, it's robust, it's stronger, it's going to grow better, all that. So yes, buckle up, lots of changes, but they're really good because you're going to get back to your basics. I would love to do a full reading on that one, right? Okay, so good. You're looking for a job change. Well, good. So it feels like you're moving out of the jobs that you're like, meh, not for me, right? And only get the jobs that really sing to your soul for sure. So I see keen. My eyes are starting to get blurry. Keem. Hey, may I please have a card on my situation, please? Will G reach back out? Will we reconcile? Okay. Very specific question. That's a yes or a no. Let's see. It's going to be easy to translate, right? All right, Keen, thank you for the question. Thank you all you guys for your questions. Okay, and G. Let's see, will there be a reconciliation? Okay, so I see a couple cards came out. I'm going to get the gist for all of them here because they all said, "Blah." Okay, so I have the King of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. All very masculine cards, all very powerful cards, and all very positive cards. So I say yes. The Knight of Wands is like a passion and let's hurry up and do this. The King of Swords is probably the G. I feel like this is both of you. One of you is more passionate and like impetuous, and the other one is more stable and waiting and patient. Okay, and then the King of Pentacles is the Boss card. So I'm not exactly sure who all these people are unless I go into a more in-depth reading, but I can tell you that there's a reconciliation coming. That's for sure. And it feels good. Maybe you'll have a mediator. Okay, let's see. I think I have another card or two as well. And if I didn't answer your question, please go ahead and copy and paste it again because I've lost track of the scroll and then I'll see the new questions pop up. Okay. Anna, she asks, what sign from spirit should I be looking for with regards to making summer travel plans? Good question. Well, let me answer the first part. What sign from spirit should you be looking for with regards to making summer travel plans? Okay. You don't have to, you should, I don't even like the word should, Anna. No shoulding. You don't have to look for a sign from spirit. Sign from spirits will be around. So just be open and receptive. So let's ask about your summer plans though, okay? So be open and receptive to the signs that come through, all of them regarding everything, but not just so focused that we miss them. You know, I think that can happen. So let's just see what Spirit has to say about your summer travel plans. And she also says, because I know she works in the schools, I'm hoping to make the most of my 2 months off. Heck yes, make the most of your 2 months off, girl. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say about summer and travel and adventure for you. Aha. Okay, you have the Page of Cups. And that speaks to romance to me. I know that you're not looking. So, so romance, somebody coming to you, family, or yeah, personal. So there's some personal stuff going on here. As far as romance coming your way, friendship coming your way, but it feels like romance to me. I call this the Romeo card, and it's going to be happening quickly. So, if we smash those two things together, we talk about the signs that you're wanting to not miss, and summer plans, I would say whatever romantic sparks come your way, whatever gestures, whatever invitations, take them because it's going to lead you to the adventure over the summer. Okay. So just be open to the invitations from actual people. And those people are the representations for, working from spirit. So sometimes that's what we do. We're looking so earnestly for the signs from spirit that we miss the obvious ones that are right in front of us with the people. So I feel that I need to direct you to the people in front of you. Okay. All right. And that's going to be the fun where the magic is. Okay. I think that's all I have for the cards. Kim says you were on point. I typically am. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I love it. I'm surprised as much as you are, right? Because I don't know what's going on with any of you. You're all strangers to me, but the energies, oh, let me just talk about the energies. We are all so connected that it's not even funny. And we are connected through this. Our energies know no bounds. So of course, I'm going to be able to read your energy, and you're going to be able to transmit and share. And this is such a great collaboration. So thank you guys for being a part of this. This is fun. Renee says, thank you for your great card about buying the house. I'm assuming it's a good idea since I got the success card. Do you have the timing? Okay, you do have success and you have help. You have a lot of help around you. Okay, so let's talk about timing for the house. All right. Nothing pops into my head right away. Oh, there it is now. Okay. So I get the Knight of Wands. It's another one of those success cards. It's like, it's happening, girl, but you're always waiting for the shoe to drop kind of thing. I want to just kind of eliminate that for you and say it's happening. Trust it. And this also says it's happening. Trust it. All the wands are in place. Everything's a go. So it's just the energy of doubt. So let's clean some of that energy up so that we can let that manifest and let that usher through. And I got August actually in my head, but then the 9 is September, right? The 9th month. So I'm thinking around August, September, this is in alignment with what I felt what I saw, what I felt before pulling the card. So August, September. So yeah, get your ducks in a row and call on your supporters. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do one more question and then call it a day. So this is, again, from Blue Butterfly. All right, Blue Butterfly asks, may I ask, will my boyfriend accomplish his top financial goals before the year ends? He's doing investments already and has his hand in a little bit of everything. Okay, so his top financial goals by the year end. And then Renee says, I felt August too. My birthday month. Yay! I know there's so much energy and power around our birthday months. Oh my gosh, that's such a good time to really move on things. So that's so awesome. Okay, so Blue Butterfly, boyfriend's top financial goals by the end of the year. That's a good yes or no. That's going to be easy peasy, hopefully. Yes. Yes. So we have the Ace of Swords. It's like, it doesn't get more clear than that, right? It's like, ding. So yes, lots of clarity. You asked for it. Here it is. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Some of the best manifestors on the planet are people that don't even know the term manifesting. They're not aware of it. But they have goals, dreams, and aspirations, and they just put their mind to it. They just say, that's mine. I'm doing that. Let's go. And they do. And so whatever we put our minds on, whatever we decide we're going to do, whatever we allow our heart to follow, and we, manage our energy around, and we can, redirect the 9 of Swords with our anxiety and our fears, and we can redirect and get to the more positive places and pull it in. We can manifest worlds. We can be, do, and have whatever we want, really. And so my job here is to remind you of your inner brilliance and how amazing you are, how wired you are to manifest your dreams, how amazingly intuitive you are, and how you can heal your body. What can't we do? We're these really amazing creative beings. So yeah, she says, I felt that he's a manifester without him actually realizing it. Yes, I felt that too. That's why I shared it. It's like, okay, he's one that we want to look to as an example of somebody who is a killer manifester without having to, explain it or use the words. So yes, tap into your brilliance. Keep your eye on the prize. Know that you are much more powerful than you can imagine. And if you need anything from me, give me a shout out. Go to my website, charlenemurphy.com. Book a full session. Let's play. Let's figure some stuff out. Let's get some healing. Let's usher in some things for you. And I will definitely be here again next Tuesday at noon. I'm going to be here every Tuesday for Tarot Tuesdays. I love this interaction. It is so much fun. I'm honored to be here with you guys and to share your energy with me. I am really honored. So thank you. Thank you, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and close out and just know that, oh yeah. I did want to pull one card for the week for all of us. Real quick. What does the rest of the week have in store for us? Okay. So, yeah, this is kind of appropriate. It's not the most jovial card to end on, but the 8 of Swords reminds us all that regardless of what's happening around us in the world right now, we can feel trapped. We can feel small. We can feel like our hands are tied. We can feel bound. We can feel scared. We can feel all kinds of things. But if we look a little closer, we can see that the woman in this picture, she's not really bound by anything, just her thoughts about these things, right? And as long as we're safe, and I'm really grateful that we're safe and we're okay and all of our needs are met, and that we can simply just step right out of those limited beliefs or those fearful thoughts that are around us or surrounding us. And so with that, I would say, turn off the news, everybody. Turn off the news and tune into your heart, tune into who you are and what you want, and take this time, this precious time that you have in this life to manifest your big dreams and your great desires, and love. Just love a lot. Share that love. Be that love. All right, you guys, take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other. And I will see you back here next week. All right. Peace out.